I woke up on Friday morning. Yes, Friday morning. So excited for our first kickoff of the season against Nottingham Forest. So to say I was raring to go before the 1:30 delay was an understatement. Regardless of City's 3-0 victory in the opening game against Burnley, I had no hesitation about what we would see from Arsenal. There are no easy games in the Premier League, but one couldn't have asked for a better game than Nottingham Forest at home, an early kickoff on a warm summer afternoon. We would see blue skies, a roaring atmosphere, flicks and tricks, fast-paced counter-attacks, energetic pressing, and an absolutely one-sided relentless beatdown of Nottingham Forest at the hands of Arsenal, to lay down a marker and make a statement to the rest of the league. But apart from all these bells and whistles, the most important element of the game would be the result and a good sustained performance for the duration of the game. Win the game, play well, but play well for the whole 90 minutes. Perfect. 20 minutes in, and no real goal threat. We've created a couple of half chances. Patterns of play look pretty at times. Many might have been frustrated, but I was learning. The team was learning. It was slow, but the momentum was beginning to build, and even though we hadn't created many clear-cut chances, we were dominant in possession. Now, our left side left a lot to be desired, right? So all three of our new signings were playing on that side. Timber at left back, Rice on the left of Partey, and Havertz in the left 8. This left Martinelli all alone with no Zinchenko, no Xhaka, or Jesus. Now that's a lot of change, and I felt this was what kept him relatively quiet in the opening stages of the game. There were a lot of misplaced passes, runs weren't being read, runs weren't being made, and there was just some teething problems, but nothing major, nothing that can't be ironed out in the coming weeks. That being said, we started uncharacteristically with Saliba at left centre-back, White at right centre-back, Partey at right back, and then we had Odegaard and Saka in their usual roles. We saw this setup in the latter stages of last season, minus William Saliba, and it seemed to have worked okay, but why it was so great today was that it provided us with the familiarity and stability within a new look and much changed Arsenal. When in possession and the ball on the right hand side of our team, Saliba would move back to his right centre back position, White would return to his right back position, and Partey would invert to get back into his usual holding role, which favours a position more in the right hand side of the spaces. But this in turn, and quite importantly, allowed Declan Rice to play in his more usual left-sided holding role, with the license to get forward from time to time and link up with Martinelli. This new but equally familiar setup meant that only Timber and Havertz had to be in completely new positions. We had familiarity and stability, a platform. The team was learning as the game went on. In the same way, you could see them learning throughout that game against Manchester City a week prior. And with a familiar platform to build off of and lean on, it would be two familiar 21-year-olds that would spark this team into life and change the game for us. Martinelli began to pick up the ball in wide areas and just drive at defenders. When he lost the ball, he would chase his man back all the way to his own box, win the ball back, and then go rocketing down the flank to attack again. Characteristics we'd seen so often throughout last season. Chaos. Martinelli in the 26th minute drives at two defenders, pulls off what one would probably call a roulette back heel to Nketiah, and Eddie buried his chance. On the opposite flank, we had the opposite attacking action. It was more one-touch passes, overlaps, underlaps, shoulder drops, combination play between White, Odegaard, Saka, familiarity. But on this occasion, in the 32nd minute, it would be the combination play between Saliba, Partey and Saka, birthed from a successful high press, and Bukayo Saka would produce an absolute wonder goal from outside the box to put Arsenal 2-0 up. Sun out, blue skies, warm summer breeze, at home, 2-0 up, job done. There was now a visible relaxation about Arsenal, but I feel they got too relaxed and there was a visible drop off in the technical quality, but more importantly there was also a physical drop off as players began to tire. Nottingham Forest would make a solid attempt to spoil the party at the Emirates. In the last 10 minutes of the game, they broke on the counter and the leggy Arsenal defence would be beaten for pace to make it 2-1. It was a nervy end to the game and it was very much back and forth, and Forest looked dangerous every time they broke forward, but Arsenal had enough composure to see the game out. It was a stark reminder of those last 6 weeks of the season, 6-7 weeks of the season when we were throwing away 2-0 leads. There's still plenty of work here, but we have that platform of flexibility, stability, and familiarity. We won the game, and this is the most important thing. And after the result come the performances, and I felt in the first half we gave a real good account of ourselves. We saw glimpses of what this team can be. We also saw glimpses of what this team still is. And it's all still experimental right now, but this is a great thing because what we saw today is that we had flexibility. No need to point the finger and blame anyone for anything right now, but in the same breath, there's no need to overblow how well others did. So, relationships need to be refreshed and others need to be built from scratch. Once fitness is built up and the relationships have been built, this team is going to fly. Please like and subscribe. Really helps build up the channel. Have a great week ahead and see you guys on the next one.